Who was Dhul-Qarnayn? A mighty king mentioned in the Qur'an, who travelled from east to west and built a great wall to trap the most destructive force in human history, Gog and Magog. But was that wall the Great Wall of China? Let's uncover the legendary story. Dhul-Qarnayn, meaning the one with two horns, in Arabic, is a mysterious figure mentioned in Surah Al-Kahf, verses 83 to 98. Scholars have debated his identity for centuries. Some associated him with Alexander the Great, the Macedonian conqueror. But most Islamic scholars reject this idea because Alexander was a polytheist, while Dhul-Qarnayn in the Qur'an is described as a righteous ruler, guided by divine inspiration. Another theory links Dhul-Qarnayn to Cyrus the Great, the Persian emperor known for justice and human rights. But the truth remains uncertain, and Dhul-Qarnayn's true identity remains one of the great mysteries of Islamic history. The Quran describes three major journeys by Dhul-Qarnayn. First, he travelled west, reaching the place where the sun sets in a dark, muddy sea. Then he went east, reaching a people who had no shelter from the sun. Finally, he journeyed to a region between two mountains, where the most extraordinary event took place. There, he met a people who could barely communicate. They pleaded for help against two destructive tribes, Gog and Magog, known in Arabic as Ya'juj and Ma'juj. These tribes were known to cause chaos, destroying crops, invading lands, and spreading fear wherever they went. The people offered Dhul-Qarnayn a reward to build a barrier, but he refused any payment. He said, "What my Lord has given me is better." He only asked for manpower. Then he built a massive wall using iron and molten copper, forged to seal the gap between the two mountains. The wall was so strong that Gog and Magog could not climb over it or dig through it. Dhul-Qarnayn declared, "This is a mercy from my Lord, but when the promise of my Lord comes to pass, he will level it to the ground." In other words, this wall will be destroyed at the end of times. According to hadiths of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the end times, the wall will break down, Gog and Magog will flood the earth, causing widespread destruction. They will be so numerous that they'll drink up the entire Lake Tiberias in Palestine. Their number and power will overwhelm humanity. Even Prophet Isa, Jesus, peace be upon him, and Imam Mahdi will only seek refuge and pray until Allah himself destroys Gog and Magog in a miraculous way. So, is Dhul-Qarnayn's wall the same as the Great Wall of China? Some early historians speculated that, since the Great Wall was also built to protect against northern invaders like the Mongols. However, most scholars and Quranic commentators disagree. Why? First, Dhul-Qarnayn's wall was made of iron and molten copper, not bricks and stones like the Great Wall. Second, the geographical location of the Great Wall does not match the Quranic description of a barrier between two mountains. Third, Dhul-Qarnayn is not just a historical conqueror, but a divinely guided leader, mentioned directly in the Qur'an. To this day, the exact location of Dhul-Qarnayn's wall remains unknown. Is it hidden in the remote mountains of Central Asia, Or has it long vanished, unnoticed by modern history? What is certain is this: one day, Gog and Magog will emerge, and that will be one of the great signs of the Day of Judgment. Dhul-Qarnayn is long gone, but his legacy, the Iron Wall, remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of mankind. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Islamic history and mysteries. See you in the next video.